Hello, everyone. Welcome to our presentation with Kristijan and Andrea about the importance of influencer marketing. Guys that are watching online, you can always ask questions in a chat, and our moderator will read us the questions, and Kristijan and Andrea will try to answer as much as possible. People from the audience here also ask questions whenever you prefer. What was the idea of this lecture and of this case study? So this year, this summer, we asked Kristijan and Andrea to come to Kaštela in Croatia to do one case study. What to do? They needed to go on a sailing yacht for 3 days and have a great vacation. Why? Because we wanted them to promote the yachting, the chartering, the sailing between millions of people. How? Kristijan is a well-known travel blogger with hundreds of thousands of followers worldwide, and Andrea, his fiancée, as well. So I'm presenting you them. Unfortunately, Andrea has COVID, so she will be online. She was supposed to come here today with us. And Kristijan is, I don't know where. Kiki, where are you?
I just arrived to airport in Namibia, and I have a...
Can you increase the volume? Kiki, we didn't hear anything. Can you repeat?
Yeah, I'm currently on the airport in Namibia. And
Namibia. Wow. Okay, good. Andrea, how are you?
Oh, I'm very well, thank you. I would be happier to be there with you, but it's fine this way, I guess.
Okay. Feel free to present us. Who are the influencers? What they do? Do you earn money with just making photos, or you do something else? And what was the result of the case study? Is it worth hiring influencers, travel bloggers in yachting industry or not?
Hey, hello everyone. Thank you for having us today. So my name is Andrea Trgovčević, and today I'm going to be speaking about the importance of influencer marketing and the importance of a very thoughtful digital marketing strategy with a focus on wisely implemented creative strategy, visual identity, and a process of choosing your perfect match brand ambassador. So we will also present the results of the campaign that we made in cooperation with MMK Systems and Sailing Forever Charter. And this way, I want to thank them one more time for hiring us on this project. It was a real pleasure. And I think that we made great results together, which we will show a little bit later. So regarding the Illuminal agency, so the sentence that describes us is that we glow your brand. So when we say that we glow your brand, we actually really mean it, because our results, and they're showing, they're very obvious and they are very measurable. So where does actually the magic come from? I would say it's because it's run by two influencers and we have the inside know-how. So we know how to get to the audience, we know how to make interesting content, we know how to touch their emotions, and we know how to create content that is interactive and engaging between followers. So I think it's because we do that actually every day for the last few years. The best part about influencer marketing is that everything is measurable and everything is statistic. So what do we do the best as an agency? So we run social media, we do video production, photo production, and we do great creative strategy, brand visibility, brand awareness, and popularization of your product or service. So this is a little bit about our partners.
Next year we'll have Sailing Forever, right? And MMK.
Yes, this is the second. So here is my partner in crime. He's already with us, and he will tell you a bit more about himself and about what we do.
Hello, everybody. I hope that you can hear me really good. I'm currently on the airport in Namibia, and I connected to some hotspot here because there is no Wi-Fi at the airport, so I'm waiting for my phone.
Nice.
My name is Kristijan, and I'm an influencer, travel blogger, and true digital, modern digital nomad. So let's start a little bit with my background. I worked 10 years in one of the biggest publishing media company in Croatia, Adria Media Zagreb. Adria Media Zagreb in their portfolio, they have National Geographic, Men's Health, Lisa, Cosmopolitan, Elle, Story, and most. Are you hearing me? Good,
Yes. Not so perfect, but we can hear you.
Okay. I will try to speak a little bit louder.
Toto. Good.
Because there is so much people around, and yeah, sorry.
Shout, yeah.
I couldn't change my flight. This was the only flight to Angola. So yeah, I work 10 years in Adria Media, and you know that everything goes digital. So I was in charge, I was director of digital development and IT, and also I was a director of online sales. So I was a person who spent money, but also I needed to make money. So my experience with all the agencies and direct clients in Croatia got me to this point where I'm now. So basically, 3 years ago, I quit my job. I didn't want to work anymore in the office because I wanted to pursue my dream and to travel to every country in the world, and doing the job from 9 till 5, that would be impossible. So I decided to quit my job and to see if I can make money from traveling the world. And basically, Andrea and me, we started from the zero, but our background and the situation that we worked for 10 years, and the experience and all the contact that we had, we started to build our brand. And from that point, fast forward to this day, I have 306,000 followers on Facebook and 16,000 followers on Instagram, and 160,000 followers on TikTok. And I started to post also on LinkedIn. So over there, I have 20,000 followers.
Congrats.
So this is a little bit about me. I traveled more than 140 countries. The idea is, and the plan and the goal is to travel every country in the world. So far, I think I'm going to make it, but we will see.
Good. Perfect.
Okay, so Andrea can continue to say a little bit about herself, and let's go to the key aspect of this presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kiki. Hi again. So a little bit about myself. So I have a master's degree in political science, in international relations and national security. And in the last few years, I traveled more than 70 countries, which I'm extremely proud of, because we traveled to far exotic destinations, and most of the times we went out of our comfort zone, which actually helped me a lot to improve myself in many things. Also, I had the chance to work on some really interesting projects lately. This is one of them too, and thank you for the opportunity. I also started recently a fashion company. It's called 2020, and it's actually a very good example on how important influencer marketing is, because the only way of advertising that I made for my own brand is social media. Actually, mostly Instagram, and all of the postings were made only through Instagram and Facebook, and through other colleague influencers and my profile and Kiki's profile. And in less than 1 year, we sold more than 1,000 products, and the average price of a product is 120 euros. So just you have the perception about the prices. And the really good example of selling through Instagram is when Kiki, we made him a discount code for 20%, and he posted that only on few Instagram stories. In 1 day, in less than 24 hours, through his code, it was sold almost 10,000 euros worth of product. So I think it's a really, really great example on the importance of social media. And there is much, much many to be said through this presentation. So let's continue. I hope that I gave you a little bit more insight about myself.
Yep.
And we will go further. Do you have something to say, Kiki?
No, you said everything.
Now inform us, what did you do? What did you do? What do you do as influencers? So what I was interested in at the beginning when, I followed you on Facebook and on Instagram, and I saw Kiki traveling around, and that's it. But I didn't know if this can help us in yachting industry. So why we hired you is because the followers who follow you are basically also people who are interested in traveling. And I think that the key here is to choose an influencer, if someone will choose it, with the target group of followers who are in the same thinking group. Meaning, if we want to promote yacht charter, we are not going to hire some, super mom influencer who is promoting baby products, or we are not hiring someone from the banking industry who is so super polite, etc., etc. So that's why we chose you. Tell us what you did, what you do, and how you spent your summer with Sailing Forever, and what are the results.
Okay, I will tell a little bit about generic influencer things, and Andrea will tell about the results. I can mention a few things that I did before. And as a travel influencer and a travel blogger, I don't advertise any product on my Instagram. Because this is not the only job that I do. I also have a travel company. I open a medical travel agency, and with Andrea, I have an Illuminal digital agency. So I want for my channel to be Instagram and Facebook to be clean and to advertise only products or services that are completely native. So I will give you like maybe 2 examples. I made a cooperation with Booking.com. They gave me 500, let's say 500 codes. They gave me a referral link. With that link, and the maximum is like 500 reservations. With that link, if you reserve accommodation from Booking, you will get 200 UNAs discount. But also, I will get 200 punas, and the accommodation needs to be more than 400 punas. So they made a really big promotion with that, and in just like less than 2 months, I sold like 500 reservations. Only one person can reserve, so one unique person per reservation. So you cannot book like 5-6 times. So we had like 500 different reservations, and in less than 2 months, I made like 100,000 tuna just from that link. So this is it's really important that you have a right audience that is following travels and that are traveling. I can make another example. Andrea already said the example with sweaters and with her brand. 10,000 euro in 1 day, just with 2-3 stories. It's amazing because my stories, I think that I have of all the influencers that are really doing this kind of job. I'm not saying about the professional football players who have millions of followers,
Yeah.
but I'm the influencer who has most story views on his Instagram. Usually I have now, after these few trips with the Sailing Forever, I had like 50, 60, 70,000. But now I increased my following in last few months, and I have from 100,000 to 150,000 views per story. So this is a really amazing number.
Good.
So to someone who wants to hire me, they need to look at the reach, because it's not that all people will go and travel. Some of them, they don't have money, they can afford, but they love to watch traveling.
So you have 300,000 followers, for example, on Instagram, and 300,000 followers, likers on Facebook. What was the reach, for example, for Sailing Forever? How many people saw your stories?
So on Sailing Forever, we had like from 50,000, 60,000, 70,000 till like maybe I think Andrea will open the presentation. So you can see here 53, 59, 50, 53, 56.
Okay, so within these 3 days, 50, 55,000 people per day saw the story. It's great.
Yeah, so but on the post, on the real post, we had like almost 200,000 people reach, and we have more than 200,000 plays.
Wow.
I also posted on Facebook. On Facebook was also really nice result. So comparing the total result of everything, we reached more than 1 million people. So
Wow.
that's just campaign in 3 days. So imagine what do you need to, this is the video, imagine what do you need to do and how much money do you need to spend on television or some other advertisement to get that kind of reach. So it's really, really...
Yes,
really
it's
hard.
amazing. 1 million people like in few days. Great.
Yeah, and the thing is that I published 27 stories where I tag booking managers,
Summit, Sailing Forever.
Summit, yes. But I published more than 100 stories because I had because you're following my content, but for the people in audience, I started with my trip from Croatia. Oh, we are going there. We're gonna do this kind of sailing. We board the boat, like everything. Like I filmed everything, so you can feel like you are with me on that trip.
Yeah.
And only 27 stories are tagged. I don't need to tag 100 stories. There is no
of
point.
course.
But people following that, they will know that I booked Sailing Forever. They know that I made a preparation. They know everything. And for I didn't. This was my first. I could say first sailing because I sailed with Andrea in Mauritius. Just one day with catamaran, but that didn't went really well because the sea was really rough.
And Andrea was vomiting.
Andrea was on one side of the catamaran, I was on another side, and vomiting for like 1 hour. So it was a really bad experience. So we gave you a chance, and also you paid. So
okay, good.
So the thing is that the engagement and people are following this. I didn't know how the things work. I didn't know if I'm gonna like it or not.
Yeah.
So people on my Instagram stories, they can see from the beginning to the end the total experience, and then they can decide if they like it or not. So this is the key thing I think for influencers.
So did they like it, Sailing Forever? Did you get any results? Yes? No?
We got an amazing result. Andrea can tell you a little bit more.
Well, perfect.
So I will go a little bit back because we skipped some parts, but So first, regarding the reach, I just wanted to say it's much easier determining and targeting the right audience in the essential marketing strategy through the influencers. Because if you choose the right influencer and if he's a perfect match for your brand, you already made like half of the job. So regarding the Kiki's reach, which is really, really huge, like 60,000 views per story. So you're skipping few steps in your brand awareness. So 60,000 people in only 3 days saw so many informations about Sailing Forever, which is actually, I think it's actually amazing, and with no other way of advertising, you can get such a huge and amazing results in such a short time.
Yep.
So we already spoke about some numbers here.
Yep.
I showed you the video. As you can see, the reach on the video is almost 200,000 and it has more than 200,000 plays.
Perfect.
The reach altogether is 1.5 million. Engagement is almost 60,000, which is actually the most important part in influencers' work. Because if you have huge numbers but you don't have engagement, it means that your followers don't trust you. They don't engage with you and they don't believe in what you say. So engagement is really, really important in this process. So as you can see, we have some amazing results of the engagement through.
So these are shares and clicks, right? Right?
Yeah, shares, clicks, likes, swipe up on the website, and we will show you later, like what are the numbers and statistics on that part.
Perfect.
Here is the statistics of my stories. And post. So in that time, I had less followers than today. So today I have around 70,000, but the result was really, really good. So the reach was almost 90,000 people. Perfect. And we had 7,000 likes. And what I want to say is that I think that we were the best fit for this project. As you said, like our followers are travelers. Yep. They fit in a luxury lifestyle. They are consumers. They spend a lot of money on some particular way of living, and you can see that through these results. So engagement also was very high, almost 10%. And I also need to say that a lot of people were interested in our skipper too. So he has like 15,000 clicks on his name in one moment, which is really, really
celebrity.
Huge. Yes, he was really nice, and I think that people noticed that through the social media. And I think that Kiki wanted to say that the most important part about our followers is that we always show the true story. So we always record everything from the beginning to the end. Every part of the story has its meaning and nothing is fake. So the same thing we did through our travels for the last 3 or 4 years. We were always showing people real situations that one couple is into. So the great ones, the good ones, the worst ones, the
suitcase fights. We saw it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I think that
she came to boat, 36-footer sailing yacht with a huge suitcase. Like, I came, and then Kiki was, I'm going to throw it to the sea. But they're still together, it's fine.
Yes, together with me in the sea. So let's start with the numbers. They are telling a lot for themselves, actually. So we have a 130% growth of the client's IG profile. So Sailing Forever Charter went from 487 followers to 1,175 followers. So it's 680 potential customers to the client's IG profile. So perfect. It's 680 people that are potential customers in only 3 days, and they wouldn't follow this Instagram page if they wouldn't be really interested in what Sailing Forever Charter is selling, because it's a specific niche and it was a specific targeted audience, and that's why you see that you actually made a good choice through the results that we can see. Let's go to number of bookings. So inside of the campaign period we had plus 30 and the plus 10 number of daily bookings, and average bookings daily is 3, which is actually a huge increase.
I just want to say something. So it was the middle of season. It was July, right? And the fleet was obviously fully booked, almost fully booked already. So there was not like huge potential of getting hundreds of new bookings. But we can all agree, correct me if I'm wrong, that you did get lots of requests, some bookings, and requests for 2022, which is the key, finding new customers, not just for now, but for also the future. Andrea, you can continue, sorry.
Yes, so right now we can see the query numbers. So many of them actually, as you said, plus 90, and number of daily queries was plus 30, which is much, much more than average. And so here we have the statistics for both of the posts and Instagram stories from both of us. And you see that the numbers are really, really high. So the reach was almost 2 million people, and it's only for 38 Instagram stories and 2 posts, so 1 IG post and 1 reel and 1 Facebook post. Engagement was more than 2 million. Engagement rate
This is COVID.
was more than 23%. And the most important, also website visit. So plus 34,000. I think it's a really huge number.
It's an amazing number. Yeah, you need to pay thousands of euros to Google to find 34,000 clickers that will come to your website. Plus, you cannot know if they are interested in what you do or not. And these guys came because they are interested, which is a great result.
Yes, so I think the numbers speak a lot for themselves, and I'm really happy that we had such a great cooperation, and I think there is a lot of space for new influencers and for new cooperations on this part of services. And we have few more slides here that we can go through together.
Sure.
So when we said a lot actually through this conversation, but we can go fast through this and maybe start with the question, because that's always the best part. So what do you want to achieve with the campaign? So you need to think in front. So what do you want to achieve? Is it brand visibility and awareness, showing the new product or service on the market, sales increase, increasing the number of followers, or rejuvenating the audience? So there's many ways to go in, but they are not excluding each other. So influencer marketing is including all of those facts, but so in the way of your strategy, you will go some certain way more than other, but it's not excluding the other ones.
Yeah, sure.
So some types of influencers and their purpose. So we have niche influencers, the one with the smaller numbers. We believe that they are very authentic because they make specific content. They are mostly specialized for one certain niche of people. And we believe that they don't do a lot of advertising. And that's why people trust them much more. And they're mostly specialized in the sales part. And the bigger influencers, they're also, of course, they're also very important in the sales part. But the most important part here is brand awareness, because when you have a reach of almost 2 million people, like in this certain business case, so it's increasing your brand awareness and brand visibility in a very fast way.
Yeah.
okay, we can go further. It's very important to determine the ideal customer, client, or target group. That's what you actually did through us, because most of our followers are interested in travel and luxury lifestyle, as we said. And it's very important to tell influencer what do you expect from him and what kind of content should he create for your brand. It's very important to be clear on the expectations and the audience that he has. We went through this one. So I think that maybe we can start with the question.
Yeah. So basically, the result obviously is good. The question, I believe it's answered. So is it worth hiring influencer for yacht charter industry? I believe that selling forever. Is it yes? Yes. It's a yes, but I think that really whoever you choose, and if you choose an influencer, it doesn't have to be Kiki and Andrea, but they're a good choice. But what is important is that this influencer, this blogger, this whoever will promote you, that his audience are people who you want to be your clients. So it's important to find an influencer whose audience are people who are willing to travel, are people who are willing to go on a sailing boat, or are people who need a vacation. And then with those kind of influencers, I believe you can do the great job they did with Sailing Forever.
Yes, I actually want to say that I think regarding the results, so it's very obvious that influencer marketing is a very good choice even in this type of services.
Yeah.
And I think these days, if you don't implement influencer marketing in your business, I think that you are staying behind, because we are in a new digital era of advertising. So people are sick of regular ads, and they're blocking all those advertisements on YouTube and wherever they can. So the most important advertising space right now is social media and native advertising through influencers. And in most of the researches and statistics, it's actually the best way to promote a product or service. More than 33% people believe to influencer recension and experience the most, which is actually a very, very huge number. So I just want to say that I think in 99% of advertising strategies today, influencer marketing is more than 50% of budgeting. And our digital agency had a 200% increase of business from the last year. And last year was the most important year in digital marketing because of the lockdown. Yeah. So everything went to digital, and Instagram became a video and a shopping-based platform. Yeah. So I think it's just the new digital era that we need to be aware of and to be.
It's the future, definitely. Yeah. Okay, do we have any questions for Kristijan and Andrea? Anything? Yeah. You will get a mic.
Kiki, can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Kiki, just louder, a bit louder. Yell, scream.
I can hear you.
Okay, Silvio, Selling Forever. I have just only one question for you. What's your next destination?
My next destination is Angola. And after Angola, I'm flying to Burundi, because a few months ago, Burundi was in lockdown. So the country was completely closed, but now they open the country again. And I just want to finish this part of Africa. So traveling to Burundi and then to Comoros. And I have 10 more countries in West Africa, and then I'm finished with this continent.
Good.
Wow.
When we had the rehearsal the other day, I was asking, okay, where are you now? Where will you be on Thursday when this is live? And I heard London. I was like, wow, cool, you will have internet. Angola. I'm like, okay, we will probably not see you or hear you, but it went well. Okay, do we have other questions for Kiki and Andrea? Ante?
Hi.
Hi.
So I just have a question. What is the price of your service? So is it like you get a free boat and free skipper and you are free of cost? And is that it? Or do you extra charge every story, every post, and what are the prices?
So I can go through prices, but it depends on the client.
Yeah.
So I don't have fixed price for my clients because if it's totally native, I can go with some lower prices, and if it's a project, then I go with a different prices for the package. Example, if I can tell you, like, I have some prices for one story and for one post. So I can tell you that price of one story is 700 euros, and price of one post now, a few months ago it was a little bit less. Now one post is more than 1,000 euros. But if you are doing a corporation and if it's a native content, then it's really good for me to post in totally native way. So when I post in native way, I post like more than 50, 60, 70, 80 stories, because then people, they don't know that this is like a paid advertising. I never lie. I always say this is a corporation that I have, this and this. So I'm always truthful with my followers, and I don't want to hide anything, but this is total native. Like example, I did with 2 months ago, I did a project with a Hungarian national touristic community, and I cannot put the price for one story 700 euros and for the post because it's just like thousands of thousands and tens of thousands euros if you want to count like that. And that content is also native, to travel to Hungary, to explore the places. This is the content that my audience seek. So for that kind of cooperation, I will not charge 700 euros. It's a package of like 20 stories, 30 stories, few posts. It's really expensive, but still it's different. And there is also, it's not just okay, I will publish the stories, I will make a post. Sometimes I'm bringing my filmmaker with me. So for Hungary, I did bring my filmmaker, and we filmed like all 3 days what we made. We made reels, we made many content.
Yeah, the full package.
So it's a full package because we have a digital agency and we have a filmmaker in our house. So we can offer many things, not just like this type of things.
Not just posting.
We are managing a lot of social media pages, Facebook and Instagram. So this is also part of our job because we know how is to managing that, but we are also influencers, so we are doing like a full service.
I will answer a bit more detail. So I had the same question.
So one more question. Are you right now fully committed to Forever Sailing, or are you open for another collaborations?
He's open.
Sorry, Forever Sailing.
No, definitely we are open for collaborations. We are not, we didn't sign any contract, exclusive contracts.
No.
So.
Actually, we hired him. So Booking Manager Summit hired Kristijan and Andrea to make this case study. And why we chose Sailing Forever as an example is because they are our golden exclusive partner. We have good cooperation, friendships, etc. And they were able to provide a boat, a skipper, a full service at that point. And when I first asked to Kristijan, what is the price? I thought there will be no price, to be honest. I thought, wow, you'll get a boat, you'll get a skipper, we'll give you some food, and you go sailing. What can it be, the price? And then I saw the price, and I was like, Okay, good. But then when I calculated, okay, this guy needs to come to the boat. He needs to work for 3 days. He needs to get his salary for that. And obviously, he's living from that. Plus, if you charge how much money you would need to pay to Google to get 2 million people see you, this is peanuts. It's nothing. But my first reaction was like, oh, we need to pay for it. Shit. But that's it. That's the point. If you value what you get and what they give to you, it's not expensive.
I can say, I think that people have a different perception of
Yeah.
influencers
Yes.
who are doing this kind of job like a hobby.
Yeah, yeah.
And we are doing it full time. So
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little
it's
bit,
your job.
uh, it's my job. I invest like in just like last 2 years, I invest like hundreds of thousands of kunas to travel the world. My content is really expensive content. I go
Yeah.
to Yemen, I spend more than $5,000 to enter the country. So people, I think, they don't realize how much my content costs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All these travels in Africa and everywhere, I have like so many daily inquiries from all over the world. Would you come here? We will give you a free hotel, free food. I don't need it. Like a free hotel and free food, they don't pay my bills. So it's completely different. I came to the point where I'm trying to make something more, you know. In the beginning, yes, when I had like less followers and like that, I couldn't charge bigger amount, and I can agree for some kind of operations like that. And if it's really, really interesting, then I can agree if it's good for my content. But eventually we all pay the bills, and we need to charge it. So I think my price for selling for MK system was actually not so bad.
It was great price at the end. When we see the results, it was great price.
And
Thank you, really.
The most important thing currently in my life is time.
Yeah.
So you cannot value someone time. So I'm already on the road for 200 days, more than 200 days this year, and I declined cooperations, I can say, in more than 50,000 euros. So because I cannot make any cooperation while I'm traveling. That's the problem. I need to be in Croatia. I need to go maybe to Serbia, to Montenegro. They call me the touristic board. They call me to come over there. They will pay 50,000 euros just for 4 days of promotion. But I cannot do that because I'm traveling and I'm making content. And this is all the investment that I'm gonna probably receive back in the future years.
Yeah. Do we have any other questions? Yes, Katica, last row.
Hi, Kristijan. My name is Katica. I'm one of your followers. I'd like to ask if you can tell us how Noor is now in Australia.
Hi, Katica. Thank you for following me. Noor is excellent. Yesterday I spoke with him. He's great. His family is safe, and I'm really, really happy for him and for his family, and I'm really grateful. And the people who following me, I just cannot express. I don't have words for the people who helped. So for the rest of the audience, they probably don't know. When Afghanistan was in problems, still in problems, my guide, he worked for the government, for the security. I was visiting 8 days around Afghanistan with him, and when the Taliban entered the Kabul, he was hiding, and probably if the Taliban found him, they will kill him.
Yeah.
So I was with him 24/7 on the phone, and I wanted to collect. I already sent the money before. I helped a lot, and I wanted to help even more. So I collected with my followers $57,000 in just like few days. And he managed to escape for Afghanistan. And also with that money, we help other two families. The money is also sent to the drivers and to my other guide, Hamid, who has the children. And I'm really grateful and so happy that the story has a happy end.
Perfect. Do we have other questions?
You can see the power of social media. To raise $57,000 in just few days, but my followers don't know. They saw it on the stories. So you can see they really like them in my stories.
Yeah, but we feel we know him.
Yeah, that's the thing. The feeling for my followers who are following the stories, they're traveling with it. They're feeling like they're over there with me in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
So they were really, really like immediately. Some people paid to the donation like $500, $1,000. I was like really surprised. Like the great empathy, the great heart of all the Balkan people.
Thank you. Do we have questions? No. Okay. Kristijan, Andrea, thank you very much for joining us. It was great.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing the results. And you can leave. Do you have a slide with your Illuminum contact details so that people can make photo and contact you if they want to hire you for influencing?
Just a second.
I think you had it on one slide.
Yeah, it was on the end.
Here's the last slide.
Okay. So these are their contact details. We found them over this. Bring it back. This.
What's going on? I'm sorry. My mouse is.
You don't want to get hired. Okay. Thank you once again. It was really a pleasure. Kiki, Andrea, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Kiki, have a safe trip.